Hey, it's Dr. Prabakar from the Fibroid Doc, and today we're going to talk about high blood pressure. Now, May is High Blood Pressure Awareness Month, so I'm going to release a few videos on this. I just put out a video on how to measure your own blood pressure at home, so if you haven't watched that, make sure you go and watch that. And in this video, I'm going to talk about what is high blood pressure. Now, the best way that I explain it to my patients is a way that my mentor in medical school taught me, and it's stuck with me, since. So imagine a truck, driving down the highway and, 60, 70 miles an hour. Now throw in 20 sandbags in the back of the truck, and that truck is going to really struggle to keep up at that 60, 70, speed, if it can even do that, right? The truck is going to work extra hard. The engine is going to work extra hard. You're going to have to pump that gas extra hard to really maintain that speed because you have this weight in the back of the truck. Similarly, think about all the plaque and all of the cholesterol and all those things that go into making your blood vessels really narrow, right? Really narrow and maybe even stiff. And so when your heart pumps blood, it is having to work extra hard against these very stiff and narrow blood vessels in order to get that blood from your heart all the way, through all the organs in your body. So if your blood vessels were very flexible and clean and had a bigger diameter, this blood will, flow very nicely and quickly, and your heart doesn't have to work as hard. But if it's very narrow and stiff, that blood can still get through, but your heart is going to pump at a much higher pressure to get that blood through the blood vessels so you can get oxygen, to the rest of your body. So that's what blood pressure is. And the more narrow these blood vessels, the more stiff they become. It's like sandbags in the back of your truck. Like the more resistance you have to be able to pump that blood. And so your heart has to work extra, extra hard. Now, when we talk about blood pressure, we talk about two numbers: the top number, which is your systolic, and the bottom number, which is your diastolic. These seem like complicated words, but essentially the way to think about it is when your heart pumps, that's the top number. The pressure at which it pumps is the top number, and when it relaxes and fills with blood, that's the pressure of the bottom number. So think about a balloon. You're pressing the balloon, and then you're letting it go to relax. So these are the two pressures that are measured when we measure blood pressure. And a normal blood pressure is 120/80. So hopefully this has given you a better idea about what a normal blood pressure is, and the concept of blood pressure and why we care so much about it, because we want our heart to pump for a long time and at ease, and we don't want to put so much stress on our heart to pump through these narrow and stiff blood vessels. Let me know if you have any questions.